Sir, I was kicked out, sir. I was kicked out.
There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, it's the pink elephant. There it goes. Mr. Coates. Javante Myers-Kearney. Mr. Myers-Kearney, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, sir. On October 10th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to an assault in progress in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the complainant. The complainant stated the defendant, her ex-boyfriend, damaged her motor vehicle. The complainant stated she was in an argument with 3 different girls through text, and the defendant did not like that and got very upset. The complainant stated she asked the defendant to go outside to her car to grab some diapers, and the defendant started damaging the motor vehicle due to the motor vehicle not being unlocked. The complainant stated the defendant was smashing the windshield and kicking the doors. The damage was estimated to be approximately $1,000. The officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated the complainant doesn't need to press charges as they have a child together and that he is willing to pay for all the damages.
2019, burglar of a motor vehicle. 2022, evading arrest. 22, unlawful carrying of a weapon. 24, ag assault, possession of marijuana. I'm talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Possession of marijuana, another ag assault, another evading arrest, possession of a substance possession of a prohibited substance in a correctional facility, a fugitive case, and now a criminal mischief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, now 10. How old are you, Mr. Javante Myers-Kearney?
23.
10 cases, and you're 23 years old. I'm sending you for a drug test right now because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. You must come right back after that drug test. If you fail to go to the drug test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to make your bond so high. Do you understand? You are not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to be in possession of any weapons, or go within 500 feet of.
Your Honor, just so the court's aware, you're currently on probation out of Lufkin County as well
What?
for engaging in organized criminal activity.
What else does he have at accounting
Kennedy?
staff?
Police history right now, Your Honor. Judge, it looks like he had some juvenile history out of Fort Bend for theft.
So that's how much? Okay, so there's 11, 12 for the engaging case. What else?
That looks like it for the actual file cases, Judge.
Yes. Well, because there was also a theft of a firearm in Angleton as well as
13,
a theft of a firearm out of Galveston.
14, 23 years old, and 14 cases. You're on probation for a 3rd-degree felony, and now you've picked up a criminal mischief. I'm going to put an ankle monitor, and I'm giving you a curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., and I'm going to have you come here twice a week to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol or illegal substances. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
One false move, holy moly. So let's send him for a drug test right now. And then Mr. Myers-Kearney, do you know how hard this life is without money? Do you have any clue?
Sir.
Don't. Because you have no clue. You don't care about your future. But just wait. You've got 14 cases on your background now. All you're doing, you're making your life impossible to live for the next 30 years of your life. Because when people see this, what do you think they're thinking? Do you have a job now?
Yes, sir. I work for my phone. It's just temporary job though. Just
Doing what?
I answer dealing with the voting right now. People that doing the voting. I just answer the call, see if they voting. Answer a couple questions that's on my little list. Ask them a couple questions that's on my little
You're
list.
working for?
It's just my brother girlfriend. Her name Ebony. She worked at this it's called. I can bring all the paperwork. I can show everything about it. I just forgot the name of it. But I worked through her. This is a temp job for her. Like I basically her assistant, just answering her phone, by people that's voting, writing their name down, stuff, giving the information to her so she can file it. And I can bring all the information for you though, just to verify and show you what I actually do. Then I actually had a job working as a temp for Danny's group. If you ever knew what that was, at Igloo out there, Katie. Igloo, just work at that company.
Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir, I got my GED though. I'm working to get my GED right now in my house.
No. I asked you if you graduated from high school. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Did you get your GED?
We're getting it now. I'm in the process of it right now.
We are going to work on that together right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set your case off and I want you to show me what you have done to get your GED. I'm making that a condition of your bond that you get your GED. And if you don't do anything, it's not going to go well between you and I. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Guys, if we can send them now for a test, you're to come right back. Take a seat for me.
Arredondo, Chavez.
Stephen, I need your help. Mr. Cormier, right?
Yes, sir.
You have 2 felony warrants for your arrest now. 2 felony warrants for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 for aggravated assault of a family member, 1 for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You've made bond on our interference case, but it looks like they just filed on 10/10, which was about 8 days ago, 2 felony assault cases. So we have to take you into custody. You do have a lawyer coming today?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to verify that the warrants are valid. If they are valid, I have to take you into custody. You're being held at that right now at no bond. So at some point you'll get in front of a magistrate and I don't know if they'll set you a bond, but I'll have you talk to your lawyer today as well. Okay? Goes with you.
Judge, Victoria said something. We had him scheduled for a TRS, but he wanted out the courts to do it in custody. And they were PR bonds.
No, I'm not done with continue to give you PR bonds and you fail to appear. No, it doesn't work like that. We give you a PR bond, you don't show up. We give you a PR bond, you pick up a new case. You know, it's over and over and over. I mean, when do we say when, Mr. Williams?
I got into a program. I got into rehab. I got off. I was homeless. I'm from South Carolina, and I got into a program.
We're up to 3 cases. We're up to 3 different times you don't appear. I mean, when do we say when?
They threw my paperwork and all this type of stuff away. I didn't know nothing about this.
Oh, they give you paperwork when you leave the jail.
They held my property, sir. And I came up here to get my property over like 10 times, and they sent me to another HPD or something.
Always someone else's fault. Always someone else's fault.
I went back and forth, sir. And that's why I got off that error and got into a program like I told them I was going to do. And I stayed up here so I could come up here and see what's going to go down with this right here, because I'm going back home.
What rehab are you trying to
Gifted Souls in Pearland.
You just give me a piece of paper.
I've been in there a whole week. I didn't want to just walk up to you and give it to you,
But this isn't a paper, this is just information about the program.
yes, sir. I've been here a whole week.
So let's do this. Take a seat for me in the jury box. I'm gonna get a hold of your lawyer.
I
Because,
don't have a lawyer.
yes, you do. We appointed you a lawyer. You have a lawyer, Mr. Brooker. So, I don't want to do anything until we talk with your lawyer to figure out where we're gonna go. But, so just take a seat for me in the jury box. I'm gonna get a hold of your lawyer. We'll see how we go forward.
Judge, I figured you want an update on Kenneth Williams. Do you recall, we met on him, looks like it was back on the 27th. Due to his failure to appear on one case, his bond was revoked. He went into custody. He bonded out. I wanted to just kind of share with you what's been going on since then with him.
Okay.
So Judge, firstly, Mr. Williams has been staying at a place called Gifted Souls. It appears to be a mental health treatment facility. They helped him to get here today, so on and so forth. He does not have a phone as of today, but he intends to get one today, is my understanding. That will keep us in better communication. So originally I was appointed on, I believe, 2 cases, and then there was a third somehow. So I ultimately got on that case too. Spoke with the state. There's still some discovery outstanding. Even the offense report, strange because it's HPD, so we don't have that either. So they're unable to make a rec or anything at this time. I'm comfortable with him on bond, Judge, based on what he shared with me, that he is being treated by these folks. And I wanted to just get him out of the jury box so we can prepare his defense and move on from there. But last time you had some concerns, so I just wanted to make sure that we talked.
We let him out, he picks up cases, and then he doesn't show up. I mean, he's here today, but I guess we should be thankful for that. But I mean, it's just, how do I know he's doing what he's doing? You know?
He said he would, and he did.
What I'd like to do is I want to send him for a drug test to know if he's clean. And then, if he's clean, we'll continue bond. If he's not, then figure out where to go.
Well, what I do know is that he was treated for, apparently he sustained some injuries while in jail, bad injuries. Went to Methodist. So I would imagine anything that you would find would be something that would be prescribed.
Come up, Mr. Wiggins. They're not going to do a prescription for cocaine or meth, though.
Understood. Yeah,
Right.
sir. And just also to share with you,
Yes, sir.
this appears to be a mental health treatment and addiction therapy facility where he's staying now.
It's a card.
Just for knowledge for you.
Ultimately, that's a card.
Yeah.
There's no proof of admittance. You could be pulling the wool over my eyes. I have no idea, Mr. Williams. All I know is that you've got 3 open cases and you continually fail to appear. Yet they see fit to continue to give you PR bonds. It's not going to happen again. If you fail to appear on me again, even if they give you a PR bond, I'm going to put you right back in.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
You're not to use alcohol. You're not to use illegal drugs. And I'm sending you now for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system.
Yes, sir.
You're not allowed to use anything. If you have a valid prescription, okay. But there's no valid prescription for meth, cocaine, psilocybin, PCP. There's no valid prescription for any of that. And I'm telling you not to drink alcohol as well. If I find that you're using any of that, I'm going to put you in. I'm not giving you another PR bond. So how do I know that you're in this actual facility? That's a card. You can get that on the bathroom wall. How do I know that that you're actually there?
Sir, but we can call him right now. I just don't have a phone, sir.
And Judge, I'll do the footwork on that. That's something that we've taken upon ourselves to verify. But based on what Mr. Williams has shared with me, I feel comfortable with what he shared with me today is true. He intends to get a phone today, so that would allow me to keep better tabs on him and keep him better advised as to what's going on with this case. But right now, the state doesn't have all of the evidence.
So this, I'm not waiving his appearance anymore. He's got to appear here from now on. Okay. How long till you get everything? The case is just too much drama. It's time to put it to bed.
Judge, it looks like everything's been requested. We can, I'll follow up with my admin and see where we are.
It's weird. It's an HPD case from
That's what I
September.
said.
It should be in.
That's what defense and I were saying at the table.
HPD uploads their stuff immediately. There's no excuse as to
See,
why.
actually, Judge, to do it the same day.
That's for Williams, right?
Yes, it is.
So I'm gonna send them, so pick a day next week, we'll have them come back. I want you to bring me proof that you're actually in this facility. I don't want just a piece of paper, I want proof that you've actually been admitted and that you're staying there, because I don't want you out on the street. That's what I've told you since the beginning. I don't want you on the street being up to no good and just living on the street. If you have a place to stay, wonderful, then that's okay with me, but street is not okay.
Thank you, Judge. We'll
Okay.
take care of it.
All right, so pick a day next week. You have to be back here and I'm sending you for a drug test right now,
Thank you, sir. Thank you a lot.
For now, Judge, may you step into the gallery?
please.
Can I get my little?
Yeah, yeah, get yourself.
Gentlemen, both of you are charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Officers observed 5 to 6 cars traveling at a high rate of speed and chasing each other on a freeway in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed 4 cars in each of the 4 lanes matching each other's speed approximately 50 miles per hour until they were aligned. And then the 2 cars in the middle took off at a high rate of speed at approximately 100 miles per hour. A traffic stop was initiated on defendant Earl's vehicle. During the traffic stop, officer observed that the entirety of the inside of the vehicle was removed except the driver's seat. Defendant Earl admitted to participating in the race. Another officer conducted a traffic stop on the other participating car. That occupant also admitted to participating in a drag race.
You said there were happening to the other 2.
Your Honor, there are no other connected cases, just the 2.
Got it. Mr. Earl, this is your second racing case. I am now taking away your privilege to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. And if I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do not drive. I don't care what you're doing in your life. I don't care where you have to go, what you have to do. I now also am sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and then you're to come right back. If I find that you don't take the test, if you don't come back, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Take a seat.
I do have a question. May I have a reset to hire my attorney? I wasn't able to hire him today.
We will get there.
Okay.
First things first, I'm sending you for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. But first, you'll come up here and swear to us that you're not going to drive. Mr. Flores, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm going to tell you now, living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive, it's an awful thing. Do not participate in these types of things again. Otherwise, I will take your privilege to drive away from you. Do you understand? You will be signing conditions with me today, promising me that you're not going to race, street takeovers, donuts, reckless driving, any of the like. If I find that you do, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Okay. Can you file conditions on both of their cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
Racing and the like?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to have you go over, did you check for both of the licenses to see if do you have a Texas driver license? Do you have liability insurance in your name? Okay, if you can run both of their licenses as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
So for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. We'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
I have a lawyer.
Oh,
Yeah.
who is it?
David Lee.
Got it. Okay. Mr. Lee's going to be here, so we're going to have you wait till he gets here. So we'll have you sign a reset, take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign the bond conditions.
Okay. Your Honor, Flores is eligible. Let me run. Earl, please.
I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public, Mr. Earl, and I want you to understand that when I have anyone put my public in danger, I put them down. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are not allowed to be out in the middle of the night, and I'm now giving you a curfew, and I'm putting a GPS monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not out. You will get a curfew of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. You're ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. The most important thing in your life now is do not drive. Do you understand?
Yes, Your
Under any circumstance are you allowed to drive? Because this is a very short life, and it really sucks spending the next 6 months in a 6x9 box. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because I've already have you sign an affidavit. I can and will have a hearing on whether to hold you in contempt if I find that you drive for any reason. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care if you have to save anyone and take them to the hospital. It doesn't matter. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, the results have not come back yet.
How long ago did he?
Well, testing took an extended period of time because the lab was having trouble providing the sample for a while, so the sample was just given.
Okay, let's get him ready on his bond conditions now, that we can have him sign it and get everything ready. 3 days, Yeah.
And you have no driving or drugs or alcohol?
correct. Random UAs. And then depending on what the test says, if he tests positive for marijuana, he gets another test in 40 days. If he tests positive for something more illicit, then I guess we'll have to approach that bridge when it gets there.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, take a seat for me, Mr. Earl. Morning, Mr. Dunham. How's jail?
Terrible.
Great. That makes me happy. Because you gotta understand, the worse of an experience you have, the higher likelihood when you do eventually get out, you'll think, if I do this, what's gonna happen? If I say this, what's gonna happen? Because that is the most important thing. You gotta understand, we value public safety. It's really, really important to us. So you're here now because it looks like you picked up a case out of state and you want me to set you a bond. Is this right?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand that my only concern are two things. Number one, are you a danger to my public? And number two, if we set you a bond, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction that you wanted from?
Yes, sir.
Those are the two things that I'm concerned about. So, what's he wanted for out of state?
He's wanted out of South Carolina for robbery.
Robbery?
Yes, Judge. State would be opposed to a bond. He's currently has an open case of engaging in organized criminal activity. He's also on deferred for a third-degree felony theft, which he has not yet made the bond collectively of $50,000. He's also had a prior evading with a motor vehicle, misdemeanor evading motor vehicle, criminal mischief, and a theft. And it looks like based on the dates of each charge is that they're slowly escalating. It started with catalytic converters where he's using electric saws to steal them, but in the last evading is that he was also driving a stolen vehicle, and obviously now he's using weaponry or threats. And so based on the fact that from 2022 to now that he has been charged at least 6 times, 3 of which are felonies, and the fact that he has 2 open cases that he has not yet made bond on, is that he's a definition of a flight risk and safety risk. So I would be opposed to it.
Judge, Mr. Denham is requesting a bond because he has finals on Monday.
Finals?
Is a sophomore, major in nursing at Southern University in Baton Rouge.
Are you really in school? Really? But you're in Houston. You have finals on Monday?
No, I can't write it.
Oh. Keep it down, please. I'm going to read something to you real quick, okay? And this is from what I'm reading now. This is from the magistrate. Motion for bond conditions, Harris County, none. Defendant has a hold. 10/16/24. Officers conduct an undercover sting crime suppression operation to catch suspects who are engaged in organized criminal activity, bank juggings. Officers use bait victims, undercover officers posing as bank customers, and bait vehicles. 3 suspect co-defendants, DeLeon Dunham, Messiah DeLeon Dunham, and Treventi DeMarcus Hilliard attempt a bank jugging on 1 bait car, but are unable to break the window. Shortly thereafter, they conduct a bank jugging on a 2nd bait car, and this time break the window. Bus signal given, and the officers execute a vehicle containment technique and a felony stop and apprehension all three suspects, defendant in possession of criminal instruments. You're on probation for a third-degree felony. You have an open robbery out of a different state. Let me ask you again. You really want me to set you a bond?
I was just asking if it was possible.
No. You got to understand, at some point, we really, really value our public safety. Mr. Dunham, we are going to do everything in our power to protect it. And if I give you a bond, you may very well pick up did you say 6? How many charges?
Total in the course of the last 2.5 some odd years.
6?
6.
Sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because of their own. So, Mr. Dunham, I'm sorry, but I really think that you are a complete danger to our public, so I can't do it.
All right.
I'm sorry. But
The local, it's likely going to get reset for Tuesday, then reset again. He's set for preliminary appearance upstairs, so it's just an arraignment, but it's likely going to get kicked out again for discovery. And so I'm just letting.
here's the deal, though. You need to understand that you have not made bond on your felony case. Okay, well, here's the deal. The problem is that while you have not made bond, your case here, the fugitive case, remains in a holding pattern. So the time that South Carolina would normally need to come get you is told until you make bond on that felony case. The other thing is that you're also on, Dave, where was he on felony probation from?
On deferred adjudication out of the 338 District Court for a third-degree felony theft.
I wonder why I can't even see that. Have they issued a motion to revoke on that one as well?
No, they set. Well, for some reason, it says to hold on JWeb, but it doesn't show it on, hold on.
It's just from a couple of days ago. I'm assuming they're just following the MAJ today.
On that.
Is that what you see, Dave?
Oh, you're right. They haven't filed the MAJ yet, but I can't see the processing queue in the 338. So if
So-
they file it, it'll be this weekend.
At some point, they're also probably going to issue another warrant for your arrest because of all these cases now, because you're on probation. So at that point, you'll also probably have to set a bond on that one, or they may not set a bond. I don't know.
Right.
How old are you?
20.
You're 20?
All right.
Going the wrong way, Mr. Dunham. Really, really begging for a lengthy prison sentence, dude. That's it. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Wiggins.
Well,
How's jail?
cool.
It's come to my attention that you are violating the conditions that we set out in this court, flaunting it and trying to get a hold of the complaining witnesses in these cases when we've told you not to. Go ahead.
Yes, Judge. The deputy called me this morning and said that the defendant has called the complaining witness twice and the mother of the complaining witness as well. The deputy told me that while listening to these phone calls, he heard the defendant and say things such as, "This is how you take care of things," and that everybody violates their bond conditions and talks to the complainants in these cases. He also heard the defendant make statements saying that he was going to continue to violate bond, and once he gets out, he was going to hire an attorney, but he had previously learned that the defendant was indigent, and so he took this to mean that the defendant was going to commit other criminal acts to get money to hire an attorney.
Can you please notify the other courts as well that are
I
so that they know as well?
Yes, Judge. I just sent a full email to the felony prosecutor in case the deputy hadn't already alerted her. I just went ahead and did it. The deputy, again, is getting the transcripts for these calls, and that the defendant has been using 3 separate inmates' spin codes. That would be Jermaine Brown, Mark Diaz, and Dennis Compton.
Your privileges are hereby revoked. You are not allowed to use the jail phone at all from now on. Do you understand? I think that you are continuing to threat to the public even while being in jail. So your privileges to use the phones at all are hereby revoked.
Judge, I just,
He
again,
just told you.
please stop.
So
And I just want to reiterate.
please go ahead.
He's
Yeah.
19, you are taking away his ability to communicate with his family.
But he's making additional threats allegedly, you know? Okay, we're gonna get the records, but until I know that you're not a threat, I mean,
He's typing everything.
every single thing that you say on the phone is recorded.
I know that, so why would I be on it threatening people?
We'll find out, because I'm gonna ask you, could you mind please pulling all the records, getting all the phone calls, and we'll play them out here in court, and we'll see. And if it's not, then I will gladly give you your phone privileges back, but there have deputies that have pinpointed you allegedly, you and using other people's spin numbers to make phone calls, to make continuing threats, and to further criminality if and when you get out. I don't want you to say anything. That's okay. We're going to find out, because I'm going to have them pull all the records, pull all the phone calls, and we'll listen to everything.
Judge, I will also say that the defendant told the complaining witness, this is about the ag assault involving the firearm, that when she got shot, the defendant said that's what happens when you hang out with gangsters.
So pull all that stuff, you know, and all that stuff gets so we need to figure out how, because it's a first for me as far as doing a revocation of privileges like that. As far as revoking phone privileges for inmates,
As far as I know, it has to be through the court order.
okay. I need to do whatever I can because it's apparently a problem now. So, I guess I'll reach out to administration as well to figure out how, because I mean, it's a first for me.
Judge, just so we're all on the same page, Mr. Wiggins is obviously going back to the jail now. Even before that order is in place, you are instructing him now not to use the phone. So.
Oh.
So I didn't do it. That's so stupid.
Well, we'll get the tapes and.
Get it? We'll see.
Look, okay, but I can't call nobody, literally nobody. So what? There's no TV in my tank. There's no nothing. What am I supposed to do?
It's jail.
What's the point?
Read a book.
There is no books. I read every book in there.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I can't trust you to use a phone, Mr. Wiggins. I mean, you know what's happening. I have other deputies that have alerted us to what's going on. I can't. That's it. I mean, you got to know when you're in the jail, there are eyes all over you. It's like at a casino. You literally have eyes all over you at all times. You got to know that whatever you're doing is always being looked at.
Stay in bed. That's why I wasn't threatening nobody. I didn't say anything.
He's typing everything you're saying.
Asking him to
I
pull it.
understand. He's talking about I'm doing illegal things when I get out to hire a lawyer and all these other things. That's stupid. I never said anything about it. Anything illegal. That's just.
So I guess let's do this. How long will it take you to get those records, do you think?
I'm actually not sure, Judge. I haven't requested jail calls before like that. Let me ask.
Hey, Steph, how long does it take to get jail calls?
We can put a request in, Judge, to our folks. It can take a little time. I've seen it take anywhere from 30 days to longer, but we can put in the request and see if we can rush it, especially if we have specific calls, which I'm guessing you do.
Yes, and the deputy has already, when I spoke to him, he said he was already gathering transcripts through theirs, so it might already be.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's
Accelerated.
put on for next Friday.
Yes, Judge.
Now, if you can get it quicker, let me know. We'll docket them quicker. And then we'll put it off for a week and then we'll come back in a week and we'll deal with the situation. But okay,
Judge, I'm gonna be out next week. I can appear on Zoom
Okay.
for this. Okay,
absolutely. Yeah. All right. Thanks.
thank you. Can we be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Williams, come on this way.
Do you think judges should have full discretion to set bond conditions like curfews, ankle monitors, or drug tests? Or should there be a standard system every judge follows?
Hey, so my issues is that 2, 3, 4 counts of aggravated assault.
Earl?
He's in ERD, so if you need something like that.
He's been making phone calls in the jail, making threatening phone calls. And to make phone calls to kind of subvert and do it in a sneaky fashion. I've now revoked his phone privileges. I need to know how to get that in place so there's no liabilities while in custody. Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that's great. Oh, yeah.
How about the Rockets last night, huh?
Yeah. I was too locked into the hockey game last night so I missed most of it. So it was a 2-minute
much
in hockey, 2 minutes left in the game, pulled their goalie, scored a goal, and then scored another one with 1.6 seconds left of game 7. Of course, went to double overtime and Winnipeg won. So the team that had to come back. So I was thrilled as a just fan of the game and not liking either of those teams.
Yeah,
Apparently, that's what they say.
Morning, Mr. Coates.
Good morning, sir.
No. We've literally given you opportunity after opportunity. When you're out on bond, you get the opportunity to try to do things right. We give that to you going out there. You ever need resources, we give you a lawyer. It's your responsibility to ask a lawyer whenever you need resources. And then after that, you get on probation. Probation is the ultimate, I guess, opportunity for you to be able to do stuff on your own.
Yes, sir.
We now know if I let you out there and I ask you to do it on your own, it's not going to happen. You've shown that to us. And when you come back and you try to explain it, it's everybody else's fault but yours. And you try to blame it on, I ain't got a ride, I got this person, that person's not helping me out. And so now we have to resort to more drastic measures to try to get you on our side. And I think that this is it.
Yes, sir. Yes.
After this, I really don't have much more than just jail. And I'm trying to get you out, and I'm trying to get you to understand and learn and be a better person by giving you the tools.
Yes, sir. That's understandable.
That's
but
all, right?
Your Honor, if I may.
Sure.
If I may. Like, again, like, I understand how I was saying it, like, last week when I came. It did sound like I was blaming everybody else, yes. It's docketed down, like, I have reasoning to most of those lates. The days that I didn't show, there's reasonings, like, there's reasonings to that, and it's not BS reasonings, you know what I mean? Like, and I understand, like, it's not trusted that if I go home today, I'm not gonna show up. I'm way closer to this side of town now. I'm not all the way out there in Katy. I was all the way out there in A-Leaf. It was further as a bus ride to get out here. And yes, there was nobody to bring me, like nothing. Like, I understand, like, it's all on me. I can't blame nobody else but myself, because if I really wanted it done, I should have brought myself down here and got it done. Yes, sir, that's understandable. And I take my accountability for that. But I'm way closer. I have like a lot of good things going for me right now. Like I have a good job, a good paying job. All it takes is for me to call in to work, sir. Like literally all it takes for me to call in to work. It's a 45 minute bus ride to get here. There's nothing for me to miss. Like nothing. Like I understand there's no chances that wants to be given. All I'm asking is just one. I missed that. It's just a year.
And here's the rub. He didn't even show up one time, right? You didn't even show up one time to your probation. That tells me that you just don't give a flip, because not even one time did you show up to probation.
Sir, I was kicked out, sir. I was kicked out.
There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, it's the pink elephant. There it goes. Mr. Coates. That was your opportunity. I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know what's going on with you. So what I do is I have you speak to our clinicians who are best able to tell us how to move forward with this case. They have. And I think that that's the appropriate way.
I haven't even got to speaking to them.
You got what? Is there something else?
I'm just asking for a chance, bro. I messed that chance up. You could sit me down for 25 to life.
That can happen.
Like, bro, like, that's all I'm asking for is just a monitor time. Like, you could slap that monitor time 5 p.m. if you needed to. Like, it's all on me. Like, I could make a call in to work and I could show up. I was all the way out there in Katy. I'm not trying to blame nobody else because, again, yes, it's all on me. It is my fault. I should have made myself known to come down here. Again, I was kicked out due to a lot of reasonings. There was a lot of things going on in my life, sir. Nothing's going on now. I got everything straight. Like, everything is situated. I got a job. All it takes is for me to call in to work, sir. Like, this is not something I want to do. This sitting in there is not something I want to do. I don't belong in there. I don't belong in there with them people. I'm not one of these people that just mess up and just don't care. I do care.
Okay. We have a program that has been recommended by the TRAS, by the clinicians.
Sir, I'm going to be sitting here for 4 to 6 weeks, adding time before going to there.
I'll do my best to.
I'm going to expedite it to make sure that you get in there quicker, okay? But you have to understand, Mr. Coates, actions have consequences. This is it. I'm trying to intervene in a manner that you don't graduate to the cases that go upstairs. That's all I want, okay? I brought you out here to let you know what's happening now, to amend the conditions.
I'd rather do my jail time, honestly.
Okay.
I don't need that place. I don't need an attitude adjustment. I'm a very respectful person. Y'all just not trying to work with me.
Okay. All right. We're going to expedite it. If need be, I'll get on the phone and I'll talk to myself. I'm gonna
sit here for another month.
Gutierrez, Benitez, come on up. Okay.
Más escuché eso.
You are Mr. Eric Gutierrez Benitez?
Yes.
Is it Benitez?
Benitez.
So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 28, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a major accident
and made contact with a law enforcement officer who stated they had smelled an odor of alcoholic beverage from the defendant. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, and upon opening the defendant's vehicle, he too smelled the strong odor of alcoholic beverage. The defendant stated he was on his way home from the park where he consumed 3 12-ounce beers. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, a 6 out of 6 on the HGN, a 2 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 0 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The defendant consented to provide a breath sample and blew a .142 and a .125.
Guys,
Dice, ¿tiene antecedentes de nuestra señoría?
license?
Licencia de conducir. ¿Tienen licencia de conducir? Ok.
Judge, the license is off.
Dice, en la licencia.
Here is Benitez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case.
Caso.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it hourly, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until this case is over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration. You are not to violate any of these conditions, and you're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Those are bond conditions of yours as well. Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende? Yes.
Do you have a lawyer today?
¿De abogado hoy?
No, no. Do you have the ability to hire one?
Yes.
We're going to give you time.
Vamos a dar.
So I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll meet with Roxanne for your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't be a danger to my city.
Digo, pero cuidado en usted.
All right, come on.
I'm here on Mr. Wenzel, W-E-I-N-Z.
Wenzel. What's the deal?
The deal is, so we have an AFM in here, picked up, continuous. You revoked and raised, he made bond, he's fighting both cases. He's here. I don't think we ever redid his bond conditions for him to sign. So we just wanted to knock that out today. We are waiting on felony to indict this case, indict the felony, or no bill, honestly, so we can resolve this AFM. Blaze is here to comment on that.
So not at D-Day yet, but you're getting there.
I know.
It's not all false work here. It's really because our arms is like continuous, we need to see that indictment. I'm gonna email felony, see if they can just expedite doing this grand jury, so we can just start the case with felon.
Okay. I mean, they have 180 days, but if they wait.
Right, and this case was filed in February, so that's August. So
So if you set this for trial, does it kill it upstairs? You know?
Well, it would.
Good expedite
To
it.
dismiss it before tonight. You know
I
what I mean?
mean,
I'm okay with that.
it's up to you. You're at 160 now. I'm going to give you guys another reset, but at that point, you know.
Would it be a 30-day, Your Honor? or-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as I can waive my guy's appearance, it's okay with me, because it's hard for him to move around.
What are we doing with the next?
You need to decide what to do, either set it or.
Yeah, I'll set it as soon as possible.
I think they're that.
Okay. And then can we just do same bond conditions as the original?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they order no contact with him? Is he here now?
Yes, but he's talking, you know. Place.
You want no contact on the complainant?
Let me see. Let me look at what they ordered. Hold on. I've got it here for the felony case. It says no contact with Christian.
No contacts over. Okay. So.
It's not. It's not. I hope it's not.
Oh, sorry about that.
So I'm in the felony court. It says no contact.
Okay. So the felony charges, like we should hear.
Let me just pull up the phone in case, make sure that it doesn't, I'm not 1906. I have 3/1/25. There were bond conditions signed. No contact. He signed it
He's thinking of the out, most likely.
yeah, he's probably thinking of the MOP is what he's thinking. Yeah, but just explain to him he's not allowed to have contact with this person. We'll mirror the conditions. Since he's here, we'll just have him sign it, or if you want to print out a copy of it and just take it to him, it'll be easier.
Okay.
And then we'll give you the 30 days.
Okay.
What do you want?
Do I give you here's to the file date?
No.
Wait, please.
Okay. Wait. Yeah, I'm strong. Hey, morning.
I have a quick off docket question. This is for Russell Singleton. We are set for trial May 20th. Last week, felony reset his felony cases to May 20th. Should we keep the same trial date or reset? Keep the same trial date?
I mean, we're set
Okay.
for trial, we're set for trial.
Right.
I'm not gonna cave just because they happen to put it on the same.
Okay.
No, I mean, we have our trial date. We're,
Okay.
unless he takes something, we're going.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
Singleton, Russell Singleton. I think this is Sebastian's case.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Morning, Judge. Can I approach?
No.
Yeah. Roaches?
Ready?
Yes, I'm Mr. Roaches.
Top of page 17.
Okay. The case on?
So what are we doing with this?
It's an arraignment, Judge.
Oh, it's 1,300 days.
All right, Judge. We just reposted bond. You said that name. Roaches? Yeah. I don't see it. So I just signed on, Judge, over the
Where's he
weekend.
been for the last 4 years?
¿Dónde has estado los últimos 4 años? ¿Dónde has estado?
En diferentes lugares.
Different places.
Porque
Just, Mr. Roches, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. This case is 1,296 days old. We set cases for trial at 180 days, just to give you a little perspective. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. An officer is dispatched with private hazard and may contact the will witness, another HPD officer, who found the defendant asleep on the wheel, car turned on a public roadway. There was a bottle of Jose Cuervo in the defendant's pocket and an open bottle of beer in the vehicle. The defendant had bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and the odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking 5 beers before driving. Concerning sobriety tests were conducted and the defendant, lawful substance witness 606 on the HGN, 4 to 8 on the walk and turn, and 0 to 4 on the one leg stand. The defendant consented to breath that came back at .116 and .122.
Mr. Roche, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run his NCIC, see what he's been up to and what kind of, if anything, criminal cases he has picked up?
Yes, Judge. Which, I don't have any cases charged in between this.
Entonces no tiene más casos por medio de este.
So you pull up access to the new cases,
No, okay.
Nuevos casos.
license.
En la licencia de conducir.
He doesn't have one.
Mr. Roche,
Señor Rocha,
I want you to understand something, that I take the protection of my public
yo tengo
the utmost serious.
ayuda.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care if you're a small farm animal. You endanger my public. It's really not going to go well for you. You do not have a license. You are not allowed to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today. This is a promise you're going to make that you're not going to drive.
¿No vas a manejar?
If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? The worst possible thing you can do is drive in violation of this court order. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission, when you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration. On your ankle, I'm now going to put a GPS monitor so I know where you are at all times. You will get it on today. Due to the age of your case, I will give you 30 days for you and your lawyer to meet to discuss what you want to do. At the end of the 30 days, you must accept the plea bargain from the state, or we will set your case for trial. But you get no more time. And I'm going to advise you now that if you ever violate, or if you ever take off on us again, your bond will hit the clouds. Do you understand?
Hasta las nubes, usted lo entiende. Yes, está bien.
You will pay for the monitor. And then, is Discovery, what do you have on Discovery? Please, I don't know.
He's PTI eligible then.
Joe, this case is 1,300 days old. I'm not giving resets. If he's actually going to apply to try to get into the program, he's got to have everything done within the next 2 weeks. You know, I mean, 30 days is the absolute max for him to get everything done.
Yes, right.
Like,
Schedule it to
just- Yeah, well, I don't know. They're denying more than I've ever seen before. And because he's absconded 4 years, I don't know how that's going to play into it. So I would probably.
I don't think we need a mitigation, it's gonna come directly from the DA. Because he's under, it was a .112, is that correct? And then asleep at the wheel.
I don't know. I'm just saying I've seen more denials now than I've ever seen. So before you do that and he has to shell out $300, I would apply first to see if they grant him entry. You know, discovery complete. Great. So if you can release everything so they have it today. Okay, Mr. Roche, we'll give you 30 days. Be ready. You must appear at the next setting. Thanks, Joe. Hey, of course.
I am here on Miguel Sanchez. It's a custody case. Just wanted to approach regarding bail.
So high.
He's on a deferred and on a felony case.
He back there now?
He is back there. Yeah.
Hey, guys. Deputy, do you mind bringing someone out? Miguel Sanchez. Hi.
Good morning, man.
Good morning. Hi, Kavita. How are you? Happy Monday. So, yeah, he's the burglary with intent to commit another felony. What's the other felony, you know?
I don't. I
Let's
think.
see, because I don't know.
I think the complaint witness in that case is the same
Same
complaint
complaint
witness in this case.
Oh, it's a bird ham.
Judge, it looks like the underlying is assault and third, second.
Okay, that's what, so it was burglary with intent to commit the assault.
So he does go to felony case on 5/9, Judge. And I just want to purchase $25,000 is pretty high. He does not have a job at the moment. He lives with his mother in Cleveland, Texas. The complaining witness.
It's almost part of the problem in the felony case.
And
Morning, Mr. Sanchez.
Good morning.
How's jail?
That's all right.
It's not good enough.
No.
I'm glad that you find this funny. It's really not.
No,
You
it's
know, you're on a deferred for a very serious. Is this a second degree? What is this? It's you're on deferred for a first degree felony where the minimum is 5 years to 99 years or life. You're on deferred for that type of case, and you've now picked up an assault of a family member. You know, I got to tell you that there are some people in your life that are complete cancer to you. And if you don't cut those people out of your lives, they kill you. You have now been invaded with this type of cancer, and it's going to kill you. If it hasn't already, it's damn near close. Somehow, we have to get the message to you that rules are in place, and you now stand charged with assault of a family member. You're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do a probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. The reason I have you out now is because I don't know what happened. The only thing I know is that the magistrate put your bond at $25,000, which is typically pretty high for a misdemeanor case. But, you know, everything is about perspective, right? We need to know what happened, your priors, to see how we go forward. Okay, please.
Thank you, Judge. On May 1st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officer was dispatched to a disturbance call. Officers arrived and made contact with the complaining witness who stated that she got into a physical altercation with the defendant, who is her ex-boyfriend. The complainant stated that she locked herself in the room and gave officers permission to enter. Officers then detained the defendant and spoke with the complaining witness, who stated that the defendant and her got into a verbal argument when the defendant pushed her onto the bed and began kicking her legs, causing pain. Officers observed bruises to the complaining witness's legs.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. So he is on deferred for a burglary case where the underlying facts are literally the exact same thing. You know what? I got to tell you, I've never been placed in this position, but I have to think that it really sucks to walk on eggshells, have where you basically are in constant fear. What's going to happen to me today? Is he going to get upset? Is he going to go off on me today? Is something going to happen? Imagine. No one should have to live like that, Mr. Sanchez. It's just not fair. I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person, not to be in possession of weapons, have a GPS monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. You're not to go within 1,000 feet of where she lives or where she works. The monitor is going to tell me exactly where you are at all times. I'm going to tell you now that your bond is at $25,000. If I find that you break any of these conditions, I'm going to make your bond so high you'll have hairs off your beard falling out. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or use anything of an intoxicating manner. What's your position on the bond reduction?
Judge, this is going to be opposed. This is thank you, Judge, because of the fact that the defense currently refers the underlying complaining witness being the same as is in this case. This is also the sixth case, Your Honor, although three of those have been dismissed, where the underlying complaining witness is the exact same as is in this case.
Did you want to say something?
Judge, again, he's indigent. He doesn't have money to afford any type of bond. I believe, looking back in the records on the felony case originally, I think that complaining witness, the same complaining witness here, was saying that nothing happened. It was miscommunication. Somebody else called the cops. I don't know if they've contacted her on this particular case. But just as far as that's concerned, I know he is on the deferred, but just to give you a little backstory, my understanding, it was a no threatening her or harassing behavior as part of the condition of the deferred. He was allowed to contact her. I believe, she's saying X, but she invited him over. He was authorized to be there. And so from that standpoint, just giving a little bit of background on everything, I would be asking for a PR bond, $1,000 PR bond on this case. He does live in Cleveland, Texas. He has told me he will stay away from this individual. He's not working at the moment. He doesn't have any means, manner to afford any other type of bail, Judge.
Do we know if it was a condition of his bond that he wasn't to have contact with her while he was on probation?
I believe it was just no threatening or harassing, but double checking on that, but.
On that one, Judge.
It says here among the other allegations that he's.
Right, and the other stuff was, I think it was a whole bunch of fees that he failed to pay, didn't show up to.
Testing positive for meth, didn't do the BIP program, didn't do the DDRP program.
Judge, with this complaining witness, it was no threatening harassment. Yeah, that was.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
With this complaining witness, it was no threatening harassment.
Okay. Mr. Sanchez, I'm going to be straight. You scare me. You scare me. And it scares me that the last thing I want is another death on our streets. And, he's being held at no bond as it is now. So anything that we do would be, I do think that a PR bond is wholly inappropriate. I'm not going to give him a PR bond. I will give you a bond reduction. I'll reduce it to 10,000. Roxanne, a GPS prior to release. Cut the cancer out, man. I'm telling you, it's going to kill you at some point. Really, just life is not worth sitting in a 6x9 box for the next 15 years where there's so much fun. I mean, the new Switch is coming out, man. I'm like to play for, but now, really, life's too short, man. Get it, Mr. Sanchez. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hi. How's jail? Great. I'm not going to play this game with you. I'm going to let you out today. But I'm not playing this game with you again. I will test you 50 days from today. If I find that you're using, if you test positive, I'm not going to continue to do this. Do you understand? It is your responsibility. You are old enough to know what choices you're making, whether they're good or whether they're bad. You put something into your mouth that's CBD, anything, you put a joint up to your mouth, you put a vape pen up to your mouth. Just think to yourself, you could be wearing orange for the next 4 months. I'm letting you out today, but this is the last PR bond you get from me. You understand?
Sure.
Okay? There's just no excuse. I'm going to test you 50 days from today. You know that you're going to get it. You understand? All right, Beth, done. Thank you, Ms.
She was ongoing today. I guess she's fine.
Yes.
I expect that you will comply with the bond conditions, and when you don't, there are serious consequences. As a condition of your bond, you're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. I also don't want you to have contact with the co-defendant, and I don't want you to go back to this nursing home. It's not an answer.
What's the cause?
The state and my fund have agreed on that.
The other gentleman that got arrested for the same exact thing.
That's my brother.
Okay, I don't want you to have contact.
It is two.
I mean, do I not have to tell you how you're on bond for 2 serious cases now? And it's just, I'm going to protect my city at all costs. I don't care who you are. Just, if I find that you're a danger, I'm going to revoke it. I'm going to make it sky high. Do you understand? Yes or no? I'm going to test you within the next couple of weeks. Don't use. You must stay in contact with the lawyer. If he tells you that he cannot get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. If you pick up a new case, likewise, I will revoke this bond and I'm going to make it high.
That's fine.
For now, we'll have you meet with Roxanne to get your bond conditions and then we'll let you go.
Your Honor, the felony court has a curfew that allows her to work. She does DoorDash. The curfew upstairs is from midnight to 6 a.m. because she does DoorDash in the evening. Would this court let its bond condition?
Curfew is what time?
Midnight to 6 a.m.
She's allowed to drive from midnight to 6 a.m.?
No. She stops driving
So the
11-ish.
curfew is from 6 p.m.
No, from 12 midnight to 6 a.m. is her curfew in the felony court because she drives at night. And she stops around 11-ish.
On her license to see if she has a license. So you're telling me that she can be out from midnight? What hours do you work?
Home by midnight.
Yeah, I have to be in the house by midnight.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, it's a different page than typically comes up. This says suspended.
I never had a license in Texas. My license is from North Dakota.
They're showing it's suspended.
Shouldn't be. I paid all my reinstatement fees already.
Take a look, Blaze, please. Can you help us out? Just to make sure. Especially if she's door dashing.
Yeah, we're seeing driver's license, non-commercial status suspended.
Say it again?
It says, driver's license, non-commercial status suspended.
The license is suspended, man. You're not allowed to drive. I'm telling you, they're looking it up and they're telling you it's suspended.
Right.
Much better. Yeah, I mean, for us, it says suspended. I mean, if there's
Okay,
anything-
you're not allowed to drive. If you want to drive, get the license reinstated, and we can take the condition off. If you're
I've already took care of it, so maybe you just haven't updated, but I took care of the reinstatement already.
Just don't drive. If you drove here, you're not allowed to drive home. I'm sorry. Your license is suspended. And then before you also drive, you must maintain liability insurance as well. So don't until let us know. I'm making it a bond condition that you're also not allowed to drive when you get it. Or if you get it reinstated, if you get it fixed, come back, let us know. We can take this condition off. All I'm asking you to do is follow the law. I'm not asking you to do anything, Pythagorean's theorem or anything. Just follow the law. Don't be a danger to my city. That's all I'm literally asking. Really. We're going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you meet with Roxanne for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go.
Your Honor, currently she has 2 different curfews in 2 different courts. Would this court mirror the felony courts?
She's not going to be working now. She's not going to be working at night now. And she's got a very serious open felony case. She's not picked up an assault. I'm not going to let you be out at night.
That's not the only reason why I had the curfew though. I have kids that have after school
But
programs.
you can't do this stuff. You don't have a license.
Everything doesn't consist of me driving. That's not the only reason why they mirrored that. I share literally everything with my mother. So she helps me get my kids back and forth to school. She helps me get my kids back and forth when it comes to their after school programs and things like that. She lives on completely the opposite side of town. So every time we try to do everything, I'm never going to make it in the house by 7 o'clock. That's the whole reason why they extended it.
Okay, look, I'll give you till 10 o'clock at night. Okay, just be home by 10. That's it.
And of course, getting the kids to school in the morning, I think that's why they did 6.
I'm okay.
10 to 6, Judge?
10 to 6.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay with that. Just don't be a danger to my city. That's all I'm literally asking. Okay?
I'll get your recent date in a minute. I got one more person.
Okay, thanks.
Another dude?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Juarez.
Roxanne, are you ready for dinner? Yes, she comes right.
What are you doing with yourself these days? Do you work?
Yes, sir. Apprenticeship right here in Elton Automotive.
Just work, put in a lot of time, get as much as you can get going so you can start making money. No more foolishness. You understand? I'm putting a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not drinking. Don't pick up any new cases. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. So you will also get a 10 p.m. curfew to 6 a.m. No alcohol, no dope. And I'm telling you, I'm going to test you like crazy. Does he have a license, state? I don't think he has a license, right? We do. Michael, do you know if he has a license?
Yeah, I know.
If you have a license and if you're driving, I want proof of that you have car insurance first before you start driving. You can't drive unless you have car insurance in your name. You understand?
Your Honor, it is eligible.
Great. All right. So what we'll do is I'm going to have you sign conditions with, sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you sign conditions with Roxanne and then you're free to go. Don't pick up a third case, man. Don't. All right, Mike.
Judge.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I got Krista Smith on the docket, Judge.
Page 17.
Still waiting on blood discovery on that one.
I think we're still.
Not discovery, but actually the results.
Hey, what's the deal with the blood? You got it? Smith.
Yes, Judge. Give me 1 sec. Judge, I'm this is hard to say, but I'm looking for the blood results.
Looking for blood.
Because in the 2021 case, and I think the evidence was moved over, and so I'm trying to get in contact with the officer to they have blood results. I have been unsuccessful thus far.
Why don't we subpoena the officer down to court?
Yes, Judge, I can do that.
Best way to get something is to haul them in.
Maybe.
Judge Hatton, if they don't have it, I'm going to subpoena the officer to come to court within the next 10 days to have the blood in hand or the results or whatnot.
That works for me, Judge.
If they do not have it, you know what I mean?
I'm good with that.
So we'll set 10-day discovery hearing. But hold on a second. Oh, he's not done yet, but that's where we'll, if they don't have it, that's where we'll be.
It'll be the week of the 19th.
Ms. Gibbs.
So for 15. Is that all he has? Does he have anything else?
That's all.
I'm gonna give you a signature. Whatever.
No dice? Serenity now?
So here's what's going on. It was to be filed 2 years after the fact, 2021.
I mean, does it pass the statute of limitations? I'm
No,
glad.
Your Honor, not because it was filed. So, they waited to run the blood test after she got out of the hospital. They ran the blood test and apparently it came back positive for, what was it? I'm saying all this, Your Honor. Yes, we moved with the officer. You can't produce a subpoena. So.
Well, no. Subpoena him
Or
now.
we'll subpoena him now.
Subpoena him now. I'm doing a 10-day discovery hearing. He's got to have it.
So
You got to have it in hand.
we'll get in
ready to
touch,
go.
but it was part of them charging this case, so he should have it, and if he doesn't, then we have a problem.
Okay, so Judge Hatton, I'm going to set it for 5:15. It's a 10-day discovery hearing, okay?
I'll be there, Judge. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Have fun.
You as well.
Are you ready, Anna? Hey. Yes, ma'am.
I'm approaching on Mr. Wiggins.
Okay.
He's in custody. I am here today to see if you would consider lowering his bond.
What's going on anyways? Aren't we at the precipice?
We are, Judge, but I'll let the state speak for itself, but he does have the pending felonies, so.
Has he posted bond on those felonies?
No, he has not. But I think it's the bond on the misdemeanors that are.
Okay. Guys, what do did we set this for trial yet or no?
We have not set the misdemeanors.
And this is the DVD. It's
Yeah.
DVD, Judge,
What's going on upstairs? Have they, I know that they made a, there you go, look.
Sorry, where do we leave this?
it looks like there's an offer on the case, Your Honor. Judge.
So, yes, there is an offer upstairs that should take care of everything. Fortunately, because the misdemeanors and felonies are very intertwined, I'm just not able to.
You're not able to what?
I'm not able to do anything online.
What is the offer?
Upstairs, I think it's 5 TTC.
Do they have a deadline by when to do? I mean,
I'm not
because our cases are now at 400 days. I'm not holding it anymore. I'm going to set them for trial.
Okay.
I can't just sit here and hope and wish and pray the felonies court's going to do something. And
I understand. I can relay that to felons.
it's unreasonable to hold someone. It's
Okay.
let them max out on time anyways,
Okay.
if they haven't already.
Judge, can I ask for a 10-day trial setting since he's in custody and been in custody? Or do I need to work that with Ramona?
I don't know. I mean, I get it that they're really intertwined. Let's do this. Talk to felony today. Say that defense has asked for a 10-day trial setting, and I'm ready to, acquiesce because it's now at 400 days. They're asking for a bond reduction because nothing's moving.
Sure. I'll relay that.
So let's roll it to tomorrow,
Okay.
see what they say, and then I'm ready to set it. I mean, I can't just.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
If you want to do it for maybe later day this week, just come off docket tomorrow.
Okay.
So they didn't have to come back at 3 a.m, you know?
Okay.
So whatever you want to do.
Okay, I can do that. And I have one more to talk to you about.
Okay.
Ally, he's on bond, ALLY.
Yeah.
He's gone and done his assessment. We're just waiting on the report. I've reached out to the Harris Center just to get confirmation. But
Read anything?
well, I reached out this morning, and I have not heard back yet.
Okay.
So-
Now let's roll it for later this week. It's
Okay.
524 days. So
Okay. Okay,
if you haven't heard back from them, I'm going to reach out.
okay.
It's Judge, I could also, and I told Anna, I reached out, I mean, all we need is like, did he know? And
Come on, man. Really?
Yeah, and I-
You've literally been resetting and resetting and just for that damn thing?
Well, there was a little more
Yeah,
complications. but-
Okay, so let's set it for like Thursday and then.
okay. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Can I be excused?
Yes.
Hi, Lauren. Candace Gibbs. Chris Gibbs.
Good morning, Ms. Gibbs. Ma'am, you're charged with failure to identify oneself. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 60 days in jail with credit for the 23 days that you've done. You need to understand that today you're making a lifetime decision. This case is going on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. You understand? You also give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So you can never come back and complain and try to change this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense, man? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to it. I'll roll your cost so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, man. Thank you. Thanks, Lord. Mr. Oates, you were charged with harassing communication. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay. Do you need a cause number?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, it's 237-3511. Loud, please.
Judge, on August 29th, 2021, an officer was dispatched for a stalking call. The complainant would say the defendant and she were previously in a dating relationship, but had been broken up for about a year at the time. The complainant would state she had to block the defendant's number because he was calling her excessively. On this date, the complainant witness noticed that the defendant's location was close to hers, which freaked her out because the defendant had moved to Oregon. She also stated that the defendant left flowers at her house and had told the defendant about 10 times to leave her alone via text message. The defendant refused to and said that he just wanted to talk to her. The defendant stayed outside the complainant witness's apartment all day and watched her. The defendant took a photo of the apartment and told the complaining witness to come outside. The officer detained the defendant. The defendant admitted to calling and texting the complaining witness numerous times. The defendant had sent over 80 text messages, which the complaining witness stated excluded.
So I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond, not to have any contact with this person and not to be possessing of weapons. Do you understand? Now, where have you been for the last 4 darn years?
So when I got out of jail, after my posted bail, I went back home to Oregon and I started my life again, and I just gave
It doesn't work like that.
Now
you go to jail.
And I understand that. See, when I was here, the lady told me, she was like, what are your intentions when you get out after bail? And I was like, I'm leaving. I'm not coming. I'm not going around her. I don't want to
have an open case, and you can't just take off and go to Abu Dhabi because you want to take the hell off, start a new life. No, it doesn't work like that. Appoint him a lawyer, please. Take a seat for me in the jury box.
Good morning. Yeah, Mr. Alberto Garcia. He got tested this morning. It's just marijuana. So it's We started with 3 things, now we're down to
Yeah,
1 still.
great. So hopefully it'll, by the 50th, it'll be just completely clean. Yeah, we'll set you off. Sure, thanks. You too.
When someone keeps getting PR bonds and keeps missing court or picking up new charges, at what point should the system stop giving second chances?
Ready?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
First, I was going to approach on Galindo.
Okay.
This is the kid that you took into custody. He had tested dirty. I was going to see with a little weekend jail therapy if he would consider reinstating his bond. I'm hoping the DA is going to give him a possible pretrial intervention, and obviously I can't get this kid to do anything if he's in custody. So I'm assuming it's going to be.
You don't have anything yet? No good offer? It's 130.
I mean, I turned everything in, but yeah, that's
submitted something.
I submitted it. It looks like that's where we're going is yes, but he needs to be out on bond to do what they asked him.
So in this case, was first file, I told, let's see how he's doing on bond. Let's just kind of, let's see how.
Your mom and dad here or anyone here?
Right. She was here. Now you, sir, behind you.
I'm bringing Mr. Galindo. Oh. Is it Galindo? Galindo.
Galindo.
Hi. Good morning. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
My only issue is that we've done this before. We're reinstated as a bond.
I understand, but he's a high school kid. He's going to be missing school. If they do the pretrial intervention, I can't have him do anything in there. If they're going to do some sort of decision-making class, a drug safety course, that type of stuff, they're all online. I need him out. He can't do it.
How do we ensure that he doesn't use anymore?
Well, I mean,
Tell me, what is his schedule now, Mom?
He goes to school, he comes home.
Where's he at school in Madison?
He's in high school, right?
He's in.
Is it Katie? Where's it? More. Okay.
I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order him under home confinement, other than school. You know. You know, there are times in life where people are their own worst enemy. That is you. There's no one else to blame. I have already reinstated your bond once, and I told you that I wasn't going to play this game again, and now you're in jail. Your lawyer and your mom are just, they want to get you out. But why? You do whatever the hell you want to do, whenever you're going to do it. You just don't care about bond conditions. So why would we do this?
To be honest, like, I give you my word,
Your word is absolute. Goes from me, goes in one ear, goes in out the other ear. You tell me something, I don't believe it for a second, because that's what you told me the last time. And now you're here telling me the same thing. Why on earth?
My CDO.
Okay, explain that to Judge. What you want?
Say that again? What?
I want to study for my CDO so I can do trucking.
Do you think anyone's going to hire you with weed in your system? They test every single person when you go drive a 15,000-pound car. You get behind the wheel and you have marijuana in your system and you get into an accident, your life is all but over. You'll never be employed again. No one. Because before they even put you in a car, they're going to test you like crazy. And if you test positive for marijuana, you think they're going to let you drive?
No, sir.
I'm not. You're a complete liability.
And Judge, that's, part of if they give him the PTI, that's not concrete, you understand, I'm trying to get you what's called a pretrial intervention.
Yes, sir.
I'm assuming part of it, and I would encourage part of it to be the drug safety course, learn something out of it, a decision-making course, community service, whatever they may want. And I'm hoping some of the stuff helps him learn from it, educate himself,
And so he stops doing this, he can graduate, try to achieve his goals. But I mean, you know, if he's got the criminal conviction, he's sitting in there, it just goes downhill from there. And so I'm trying to get.
Perception is reality. If you look like a thug, people will treat you like a thug. If you speak like a thug, they will treat you like a thug. When your hair is all kind of crazy and you go in half dressed with your pants down to your ankles, do you think you're going to get anything in this life?
No, sir. Not at all.
Tell me about his schedule now, Mom. What is he doing?
He go to school.
Okay, every day? Okay.
He comes home from school and just sleeps until maybe is up doing that night.
What was he doing before we put him in jail? What was he doing? Is he going out with friends? Is he going out on Friday nights, Saturday nights, going out to?
School most of the time. He was just out.
What do you mean most of the time?
Well, he'll miss school days.
What?
He would just go to, and now he's there just for every day. So he doesn't.
They should say first he was, now he's been going
Yeah,
since.
he's been going to school since we came back to court. The first time he came to court, he's been going to school. So prior to that, he just didn't have no cash for going to school or anything like that.
Mr. Galindo,
Yes, sir.
this life really, really sucks without money.
Yes, sir.
And I cannot tell you the amount of people that we get in here end up in jail because they quit school at the 10th grade, dropped out because they would just rather go out partying, doing whatever they're going to do, just thinking that, oh, I'm going to go get a job and just go work. The more schooling you have in this life, the more money you will make. Ask him how much money he makes. It's a rhetorical question, Mr. Galindo. He probably spent the better part of around 7-8 years in life just in post high school. And now homeboy probably makes, I don't know, $250,000, give or take, you know, I'm betting. Because that's what life is about. He's constantly going to Athens, Greece, just that's what life is about. Not living paycheck to paycheck, scrummaging just to be able to get freaking groceries. Just, I can't get new tires on my car because I ain't got no money. So, and then I can't get a job because I ain't got no money because I ain't got no tires. This is the shitty part about life, that you skipping school are going to end up. I still have friends that I went to high school with that work at fast food restaurants because they never did anything worthwhile in life. And they look at me like, oh, I'm like, it doesn't come easy. If it was hard, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Now, did we have a GPS monitor on his ankle before? Okay. Reluctantly, I'm going to let you out. But the only thing I want from you is to get up, you go to school, and you go back home. You're not allowed out. I don't want you to go out on a Friday night. I don't want you to go out on a Saturday night. I want you to sit home. And I want verification every week that you have attended school and that you have not skipped one class. The next time you skip, so help me, I'm going to light you up. Do you understand me? You ever test positive for anything else again, I promise you, I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to let you out again. And I don't give a rat's behind what kind of deal that you have to get him out on, whether he gets dismissed or not. You violate any set conditions, it's over for you. So, GPS prior to release, scram on the other ankle so he's not drinking. School every day. After he gets home from school, 3 o'clock, what time does he get home from school?
I get home at 2:35, sir.
So
I leave school at 2:35 and get home at 2:50.
3 p.m. home, and he stays there. He's not allowed out until the foreseeable future.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. Saturday, Sunday, you stay at home. You're not allowed out.
When do you want the reset wise? Because it's gonna auto generate once you give him the bond. So right.
I mean, we can set it off. Well, I'd like to set it off on a weekly basis so that we know he's
Okay,
attending.
and then I
school.
can get with the
So
DA and
we'll
kind of,
do, so what's today? Today's Monday. We'll set it for next Monday.
then I'll get with the state, iron out.
Now, back into school, and I want proof that you're actually enrolled and that you're attending faithfully every single day. You cut a class, I'm gonna cut you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck.
There's a down function, the other go on the weekends, no.
Let Greg know. I want to know what it is, and I want to know that he's with you the whole time. He can't go by himself. He can't deviate this, there. No. If he's with you, I'm okay with it, but he's got to stay with you the whole time. Okay. When you act like a child, we treat you like a child, and now I have to constantly put you over my knee and spank you like a little child. If that's what we have to do, that's what we'll do. Next time I spank you, it's gonna hurt like hell. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna talk to you. Rebecca. I don't know if you need to know this. I'm also on Miss Bosenberg. The PD's office is going to take over on that due to the evaluation came back. So I think Lori's taken over, just so you know.
Okay, yeah, just let Vic.
She does. She knows. But I didn't know if you needed to notate.
We still need to speak to.
Yeah, I was just gonna talk to him real quick first. Do you want?
No. Go talk, and then when you're done, we'll talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Judge, can you check the waiting room?
Yeah, sorry, I had a bunch of windows
That's
open.
okay.
Okay. Hey, hi, Ray.
Hi.
What's new?
Not much. How about you?
You know, it's Monday,
It
but
is
we're almost
Monday.
done, so that's a good thing.
I got a pretty easy one for you. Motion to withdraw. I've had no contact with the client.
Okay.
I'm
Is it
just-
status now?
It is. It's been in warrant status for a while.
Have it, thank you.
It should be in your queue. Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Sex. Sorry, I had a bunch of windows open. I didn't see it.
You're fine.
Hi,
Hi, good morning, Your Honor.
tell me, who you got?
I have Sheena Moore. I believe I got the email saying that I needed to approach for announcements for tomorrow. So I believe we're on the trial doc.
Shh, you're on for tomorrow, you said?
Yes, Judge, she's a trial case for tomorrow.
Okay. I remember there's something else you were thinking about doing.
Yeah, so we had submitted information, a PTI application last week to the division chief for PTI, and I believe that they said they would provide an answer hopefully by this afternoon. But I told my client, if we don't have an answer, we have to just proceed tomorrow.
Hold on a second, I can't hear anything. It's just so loud in
I'm
here.
sorry.
It's okay, it's not you. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No problem. Yeah, so we were waiting to hear back from the division chief in regards to if they were going to accept her into the PTI program or not. I did inform her that if we don't have an answer by trial, I informed my client, we don't have an answer by trial, that we do have to proceed either way, but that's just what we're waiting on right now. So he said hopefully by this afternoon we'll have an answer.
Have you gotten an answer?
Well, I haven't got an answer yet, Judge. I know she was looking at it this morning. State's ready for trial though, regardless.
Okay, I don't know, let's hold it to tomorrow and let's see,
Okay.
Hopefully they'll have a decision,
Yeah.
We'll have a panel ready, I guess, just in case.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Your Honor. I
You know,
will
if you
be
can reach
well.
out to them.
While we're all here, if she's approved, will she have any time to get anything done?
She's approved now. I'm gonna send her for a TRAS tomorrow.
Yes,
She's supposed to be here.
We've also, okay.
Right, if she's approved, but I don't know. So I guess go talk to them, see what you can do. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, Ms. Dexon.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day.
Take care. Ready? Yes, ma'am.
Just wanted to let you know that on the case that we were here on Friday morning, Victor Rauda Lopez,
Oh, yeah, I signed a,
he hired an attorney, Judge.
I signed
Okay,
it.
so you'll sign the order. Thank you.
Thanks. Good morning, Mr. Perez. Mr. Perez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 90 days in jail with credit for the 58 days that you have done. You need to understand that this charge now will reflect as a conviction on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Do you know what happens on your next DWI? Take a guess.
¿Pueden tener mucho tiempo aquí?
They can have me here for a long time.
Want to take a guess how much?
We never get tanto tiempo. Yeah.
From now on, if you ever pick up a DWI, you will be looking at a felony offense and you'll be facing a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And you don't have to be stupid, falling down, pig-ass drunk to pick up another DWI. With your record, an officer's going to pull you over. The mere smell will probably be enough for them to charge you with a felony offense. So if I were you, you have a sip of a beer, I wouldn't get into a car because it's a huge risk that you're taking. Not to mention, every single time you will get hit with an immigration detainee, just like now. So if there's family that depends on you, I would probably think about them. The agreement that you worked out is 90 days in jail with credit for the 58 days. You were giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You also give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. You can never take it off. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
Yes. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Second offense, guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to the 90 days in jail, give you credit for the 58 days. I'm going to suspend your license for 1 year. You're not driving until you get a license. Good luck to you, Jim.
That's what I said.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
And then you wanted to bring out Jesse Arzol.
Yeah.
It is DVD. Just so you know, I am filing a evaluation.
I still need one.
Yeah, but I'm giving you a heads up that like.
Can you still just give me a brief rendition?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can you bring out Arzola, please? Yeah.
All right, just listen to everything Jeff's going to tell you.
You speak English, right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Arzola, I'm bringing you out because with us, you're on bond for a terroristic threat. The next day you pick up a criminal mischief, or maybe it's the same transaction, I don't know. All I know is that now you've picked up a felony violation, you picked up a violation protective order with us. And the bond is set at $100,000 on it. I have no idea what happened. We're going to find out. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge, do you need to hear criminal mischief and
No, just the
just VPO?
VPO, please. If you could be loud.
Yes, Judge. On April 30th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a disturbance call. Officers arrived and met with a complaining witness who stated that the defendant is his son. Complaining witness was informed that the defendant was causing a disturbance at his shop and wanted him criminally trespassed. Defendant refused to leave and refused to sign a trespass warning given by officer. Officer then found the defendant had an active protective order prohibiting from being at the location.
So this is the terroristic threat, I imagine, had the protective order.
I believe so, Your Honor.
And so the court knows, I think the one that ends with 9-2, that one was no PC'd. I think that one's being dismissed or was dismissed, but that leaves open the other 3 cases.
Oh, there was another terroristic threat.
There's 2 terrorist threats. One was no PC'd, and I believe that's being dismissed. And then there's just so the court knows.
I guess I didn't I didn't realize they're all basically within the same. So what happened on the terroristic threat and the mischief, I guess?
On the mischief judge, on April 28th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers met with a complaining witness who stated that the defendant is his son. Complaining witness stated that the defendant struck several vehicles with metal pipe, breaking the taillight left panel and damaging the front hood of the vehicle. Complaining witness stated the defendant then started to argue
Is there
with
any
him
evidence?
and gestured a handgun and acted like he was discharging it. That's on the.
That's a terroristic threat.
You what?
That is
Can you read that again?
correct, Your Honor.
He acted like he had a handgun. Did I get that?
And acted like he discharged it.
So a imaginary gun is a terroristic thing? Like pew pew?
Well, it says, did then they're unlawfully threatened to commit an offense, namely murder upon a member of the defendant's family, namely Jesse James Arizola Sr., hereinafter called the complaint with intent to place the complainant in fear of imminent serious bodily injury.
I have a little more, Judge, too.
Okay.
Sorry. The defendant, used his right-handed gesture, a handgun, acting like he discharged on him while stating that he was going to kill him and all of his family members.
Why? No, something.
I mean, I just got it, Your Honor. So I had, I need to look at everything. I haven't seen anything yet.
Ms. Arzola, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I can't give you a PR bond, man. You scare me. The last thing I want is I don't want you to go back, and I don't want you to do something that you will eternally regret. It's mom and dad, man, Look at me. What's going on with you?
I filed some paperwork, Your Honor. Just so you know.
What I'm going to do now, Mr. Arzola, I'm going to have you speak to some people because we need to figure out how to go forward. I don't know. Just don't go back over there. Do you understand? I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do, I'm putting a monitor on your ankle and I don't want you to go back over there. I'll obviously give you a bond reduction on 100,000. I think it's a little excessive, but I'm going to revoke his PR bonds. He was on a PR bond. I'm assuming he was on a PR bond and went back. Is that right? Because the first offenses happened on the 28th. Now the VPO.
And so the VPO has sent that, Your Honor.
And it has been assigned to DVD or.
Right. So 2 days later it goes back, and so that's why.
So it's not going to be theirs, but I don't know who the DVD prosecutor is.
Can you get all the
They're going to share everything they have with me. Yes, sir. Can take a
the
little time.
police badge numbers and the police that were there
Yep.
that arrived?
It'll be in the report once I get the report.
Everything.
And can we go to trial?
We sure can, but it's one step at a time, okay? We're not there yet, but we can go to trial if that's what you want.
Mr. Arzola, my only other thing I'm going to ask you is that I don't know if you're taking anything, some kind of illegal substances,
Drug free?
but, are you supposed to be taking anything?
No, I'm drug free.
No. Are you supposed to be taking
No.
anything? Have you talked to a doctor or they've prescribed you anything? Because we can have you also talk to a doctor too, to see if
I'm
there's
not
something to be taking. I don't know. I'm trying to just
concerned about anything like that.
help you out so that you don't pick up more things. That's it. So look, I'll let you talk to Greg. You guys figure out how we go forward. So I'll set the bond at 5,003 on the VPO.
Okay.
I want you to understand something, Mr. Arzola. I'm issuing a protective order now on the violation case. If you violate those conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at zero bond until these cases are over with. Do you understand? The only thing I'm asking you to do is don't have contact with your dad. Don't go over
Criminal
there.
charges.
Their
Exactly.
charges are terroristic threat of a family member, criminal mischief, and violation of a protective order.
And what I want to say is that the so-called claiming police trespassed on my property.
Okay.
So I'm trying to say that those charges are bogus. All those charges.
Noted.
Well, look, the evidence is going to point to whose side is correct. I don't know. We weren't there. But it'll take time to get the evidence. There'll be body cams. And when we get everything, we're going to show it to you so you can see what happened as well. Okay? Hold on.
So the one is 5,003, Your Honor. So what are the other two bonds?
So, hold on. Can you file, a protective order has not even been filed on the VPO. Can you file it so that we can do it?
Yes, Your Honor. We can, we'll have, Sebastian.
So what I'm doing is I'm now entering an order, Mr. Arzola, that identifies Mr. Arzola Senior as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section. Yeah, we will, but
I feel that what you're saying is really irrelevant because the impersonating police officers that trespassed on my property gave me bogus charges. So the police, the so-called police that arrested me, I want to go to trial.
We're going to go to trial, but we're not there yet. Okay.
Let me do this one last thing, though. I need you to listen real quick, Ms. Arzola. The protective order says that you cannot go within 200 feet of where your dad lives, where your dad works. You cannot be in possession of any of the weapons. You cannot communicate with this person in a
I'm
threatening.
mentioning that I'm not concerned.
Should be.
Well,
This just says you can't go there. We'll talk about everything else in trial.
Just want to explain.
if my family, my parents didn't write any police report or sign any paperwork, I'm not concerned what is being said.
I'll have Greg reach out to your folks to figure out what they say. Okay? You cannot stalk your parents. You cannot be in possession of a firearm or use anyone else to communicate a threat or harassing behavior to your father. All right, we're going to have him sign everything, Greg.
Okay.
We'll sign your motion. And then,
Well, I want to go to trial and I want to be appointed a new lawyer, a court-appointed lawyer.
just raise it up by $1.
Okay. So that makes it what?
1,001.
1,001 down each. Okay.
Okay. All right, Mr. Arzola, we're going to have you sign these documents. After that, we'll have you go.
I want a new court-appointed attorney.
You just met him. Okay. All right. But we need him to sign stuff, okay? GPS prior to release, no drugs, no alcohol. Hey, what's he got in his fingers there? He grabbed something.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
Sign my evaluation. Okay, thank you.
I don't know if it's like,
If it's what?
yo, I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean.
And then whatever you need, we'll give it to you, you know?
Okay.
Just wave your signature. It's okay. Wave it.
Okay, so I'll explain the.
But hey, look, take a copy of the MOA to him. If he refuses to sign, just put refuse to sign on it and then we'll sign it.
Okay.
Okay? But at least let him make the attempt to see if he'll sign it.
State needs to file that notice on the
Yeah.
violation. I don't have it. But I do see the more of his the terrorist threat, not the one that was no PC. The other one instead, it was signed 429. And it's for just James Russell.
And then let's put this on.
I don't think so. Okay, so I'm waiting on
We can
the,
amend that one.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the new MOA sign.
Yeah.
To have signed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is Steve going to go back?
No. It's, hey, so you got the bond, so 5,003 on the DPO, 1,001 on the other two. And then I'll do bail orders here. You ready?
Your Honor, I'm approaching on Miss Burnett for a plea.
I'm ready when you are.
And I did attach the enhancements for each case. They weren't addressed on the plea.
Oh, thanks. All right. Good morning, Ms. Burnett. Ms. Burnett, you're charged with two cases, right? The assault, the disorderly conduct discharging. Is that right?
Your Honor, she's pleading to a criminal mischief and disorderly conduct.
This was the.
Okay, so the assault is being dismissed. You're pleading guilty to the two other cases. You need to understand that both of those cases will go on your record. They're going to be there for the rest of your life. The reason that's important is because number one, it now makes it a 90-day minimum on one and a 30-day minimum on the other if you ever pick up new charges. Not only that, if it continues with the same course of conduct, it's very possible they file a felony offense on you. So you need to be very careful moving forward. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, for possible immigration consequences, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never come back and change these or undo this. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense of disorderly conduct? Guilty or not guilty?
Yes.
And on the criminal mischief, guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, sentence you to 180 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 71 days that you've done on both. And good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Wait, questions?
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Okay, follow up.
On appointed cases,
Okay.
yeah, always wait.
Judge, I have a case on tomorrow's docket and it's a PTI clean and green.
Okay.
We had scheduled it, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. And then he gets an email and they rescheduled him to
I
July.
remember this case.
And so does he need to come tomorrow? He's already paid
Remember, we were
$100.
gonna look to see if they could do it earlier.
Right, and they couldn't, but now they delayed it until July. That was like 2 months ago or something. He's already paid his money.
Why?
I have the email. It's
I wish I could give you the answer, Judge.
Their lives, they don't want to,
it's Kevin Seaver. 42679.
Yeah, so Judge, this is with environmental. I can try to have them there. They might know better than me. I'm not had that many answers because it's not our case and we don't typically handle the cleaning green PTI stuff anyway. So I can reach out to environmental. They're gonna have better answers too.
July, I mean, I have the email he got, he forwarded to me. It says July 23rd. And I'm just like, are you kidding?
Okay, so just, I guess, are you okay with leaving it on that day?
I'm okay with leaving it on maybe the next
Leave it
day.
on that day, just let's reset this case for the day after to make sure he showed up. And then just talk to them.
So his appearance is waived tomorrow? Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here on Jonelle Sherrod. He's in custody.
Hey. So are you taking over just this case? Are you doing the case upstairs too?
No, just this one.
Just this one? Okay.
Can we have the live stream turned off just because of his age? He's a high school student.
Do you want me to bring him out?
Jonelle Sherrod,
Do
yes.
you want me to bring him out? Guys, do you mind? Huh? On Lopez, yeah. So I was gonna put him on. He's got felony court tomorrow.
Right.
I was gonna put him on for the 7th. And I'm gonna bring him out here and I'm gonna have a hearing to hold him at no bond.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to put him on the 7th, Judge, well,
I can't hear you.
Yeah, the 7th are fine, Judge.
So I just want to give you a heads up that we're gonna put him on for the 7th, okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
We're good. Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. Okay. Hi, Emma.
Can I approach Judge? I'm here on Mr. Osis. He's the gentleman that found out he had a warrant and walked in. I am here asking if he would reinstate.
Come up.
His previous comment.
No, sorry. No. Sorry. He's been gone for
So
3 years.
if I may, Judge, when he was originally arrested at magistration, the magistrate asked him what his plan was if she let him out. He said his plan was to go back home to Oregon, and she said, good, do that and stay out of trouble.
Are we supposed to take what he says at face value now?
And I just, Judge, he also has had no contact with the police for 4 years because he's had this warrant since 2021.
Did we look? Did you do an?
There's no FBI number, Your Honor. Let me check his state ID.
Do you need it?
I have it.
Okay.
Yeah, but because he had the warrant, if he had had contact with the police in Oregon or Georgia or South Carolina,
Where are you living now, Mr. Oates?
I live in South Carolina with my 2 best friends. One of my best friends is trying to get me a job with the construction.
Not now, while this case is open.
Well, I know, and that's how I found out about all of this, because I took my drug test and my background check, and they said that they couldn't hire me with an active case. And so as soon as I found that out, I called the court, and I couldn't get through, but I kept calling, and I finally got through. And then I told your assistant or one of your assistants that said as soon as I get enough money to travel down there, I will be there. I'll pay my bond, and I will take care of this case. And so as soon as
How old are you?
27, sir.
So what are you doing?
Right now, I work for Dick's Sporting Goods, as in the process of trying to get the job as a construction worker, as a pipe fitter.
Okay, I'll reinstate, but I'll put a monitor on his ankle.
Okay.
You take off again. I'll never do this again. I'm not giving you another PR bond.
May I ask you a question, sir?
Sure.
So I do live in South Carolina. Am I allowed to go back? I can give you all the information. So I have to stay in
This
Houston.
case is from 2021. It's now time to take care of it.
Okay.
So I have
You know, really, do you have an offer in this case now?
Not yet, Your Honor. We have spoken to the complainant. Being that it's so old, being he's coming in on a warrant, we can reach out and get a quick reset, so we can talk to the complainant again, see where she's at.
And
Go from there.
Judge, we would ask for a 10-day trial setting.
Your Honor, that's just.
I mean,
I know.
It's his fault that he's gone. I'm not
Yes.
going to blame the state because of it.
That's unreasonable.
No. Right. No.
I apologize for that.
Do you see how many problems it creates?
Yes, sir.
Really,
I do.
You're supposed to live and you sign paperwork reflecting everything. So you need to read every single thing that you sign because there are consequences when you do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yes, sir.
All right. He gets an ankle monitor today. I'm going to reinstate his bond.
Okay.
So I'll give you as much time as you need,
Okay.
whatever you guys, but this case,
We can do a quick setting, Your Honor.
within 30 days, it's a player trial. I'm not giving you more than 30 days. So
We'll talk about
you
it.
talk to her.
Yes, sir.
She'll explain everything to you, but
Yes, sir.
this case lives and dies within the next 30 days, meaning you must either accept the plea bargain or I'm setting your case for trial in 30 days.
Yes, sir.
So we'll give him an ankle monitor today, waive all the fees, no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, no contact with the complaining witness, no going where she lives. And I don't know if he's had any kind of recent contact or not.
We will, again,
Okay,
we'll check.
all right,
Okay, go have a seat and we'll.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
thanks.
Morning, Judge.
Don't file conditions because he's going to be monitored. You don't need to. Okay, hi, Council.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on Marco Balderas.
Yes.
And we had waived his appearance. We're waiting on the restitution. We had the restitution. Just give it to me.
Oh, right. Valderas. This is the one we were talking about. Right, okay.
So it's quite a bit of money. I have to figure out how we're going to do this. It's a 40.
You can do it through the PTI, from what I
It's
understand.
$4,500.
Right, but he can do it throughout the life of the PTI.
How long is the PTI?
A year.
A year. Okay.
So, you know, there's probably other fees too, though. So
Right.
there's other fees as well. So it's probably not going to be just that. So.
Right.
He refuses to sign.
Can I ask you this
So
one?
that's going to be around that right there. Where is he?
I'm sorry?
He's not here, is he?
Yeah, he waived his appearance. for the-
Okay. He's done the TRAS?
I don't think we've done a T-Raj round.
Yes.
How did you get Oh, you just got the restitution. Right.
May I answer the call from the 228, Judge?
Yeah.
Judge, just real quick, Rose refuses to sign.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as he's been advised of it.
I tried. He wants to. He wants to go.
Hey, Judge, on page 28, Harris? No, okay, that's fine. He has somewhere else.
Yeah, so the protective order only applies to the stepfather. It doesn't apply to mom,
But the
so
house is okay, and his mom stays at the house, but,
they don't want him back.
I understand. I guess if, anything changes.
Let me know. I'm always happy to redo it.
Okay,
You know, as long as he's okay with it, then I'm okay with it too.
got it.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you, Judge.
thanks. All right, let's go through the list, man. Come on. Bring it.
I got 2 emails from Midwest. They're saying that he's in the Montgomery County trial.
What you just sat through wasn't one case. It was dozens of them stitched together into a single morning, and if it felt repetitive at times, that's actually the point. This is what the machinery of the criminal justice system actually looks like when the cameras are running long enough to catch it, honestly. Not the closing argument, not the dramatic verdict. This. Every single person who stood in front of that judge today was there for one narrow legal question. Not, did you do it, but what happens to you between now and trial? That's the entire purpose of a bond docket. Guilt or innocence is a question for another day, another courtroom, often another year. What the judge is doing here, over and over, dozens of times in a single sitting, is running a live risk calculation. Will this person come back? And is anyone unsafe if they don't stay locked up while we wait to find out? And notice what actually drives that calculation. It's rarely the current charge alone. It's the pattern behind it. A 23-year-old with 14 prior cases isn't being punished a 15th time for the first 14. Legally, that history is being used as a predictor, not a penalty. That distinction matters more than it sounds like it should because it's the entire justification for why criminal history is even allowed in the room during a bond hearing when the person hasn't been convicted of anything new yet. You also watch the system try to do 2 things at once that don't always sit comfortably together. On one hand, conditions of release, ankle monitors, curfews, no contact orders, drug testing, GED requirements, are framed as rehabilitative, not punitive. They exist to manage risk, not to punish someone who's still presumed innocent. On the other hand, you could hear the frustration in the judge's voice more than once, the when do we say when moments, when someone comes back for a 3rd or 4th PR bond after already burning through the trust that came with the first one. That tension between due process protections that exist precisely so people aren't jailed simply because they're poor or unlucky, and a system that needs consequences to mean something or lose all credibility, is the quiet undercurrent of almost everything that happened today. Pay attention, too, to how much of what you saw wasn't really adjudication at all. It was negotiation happening in real time, out loud, in front of you. Restitution amounts getting worked out on the spot. PTI timelines getting extended or reset. Protective orders getting narrowed to cover one household member but not another, based on nothing more than a conversation between attorneys and a judge willing to listen to context. A trial setting compressed into 30 days because a case has already dragged on long enough. This is what over 90% of the criminal justice system actually looks like in practice. Not trials, but managed resolution, case by case, in rooms exactly like this one. And then there were the human details that don't show up in any statute but shape every outcome anyway. Someone explaining they missed a court date because a family member had a phone, someone asking permission to travel for work, someone quietly working on a GED between hearings because a judge made it a condition of staying out of custody. None of that is legally required listening. The judge could move faster by ignoring all of it. But it's in those small exchanges, not the charges, not the case numbers, that you can actually see how much discretion one person sitting behind that bench carries, and how differently a single morning can go depending on how that discretion gets used. That's really the thing worth sitting with once the docket ends and the room empties out. The law provides the framework, the charges, the maximum sentences, the categories of release. But almost everything you watch today lived in the space the law leaves open: judgment, context, pattern, tone. That space is where justice actually gets administered, one 2-minute case at a time, all day, every day, in courtrooms like this one across the country.